Namaskar, my name is Vidicharya and you're watching Awaken Inner Buddha Yoga. This is a very specific segment of Awaken Inner Buddha Yoga channel and it's called Healing Vibe. And in this Healing Vibe episode, today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic that affects almost 9 out of 10 people across the globe in today's lifestyle. We are going to be discussing the problem of indigestion. We are going to be discussing the problem of continuous formation of gas in the stomach on a very regular basis, and we are going to be discussing all the problems related to stomach, specifically having acidic burps, specifically having constipation. A lot of us who are watching this video, they might immediately associate with having gas, having indigestion, and they might be thinking, but of course I do not have constipation. Now, before we start this video, if you want to understand if or not do you have constipation, then a very simple way to detect constipation in your body is that after you've been to the toilet in the morning, just try to smell your breath. If you still have bad breath in your mouth, then you already have constipation. Constipation is a condition in which the food that is getting digested is not getting excreted completely. Some of this food is staying within the digestive tract, and this food tends to be rotten, due to which we can also experience bad breath problems. Now, before we start this video, if you are watching it for the very first time, I would request you to please subscribe the video, please press on the bell icon, and for all those people, the first 20 people who will comment on this video, I promise to reply to you personally. If you want to know anything more about us, please visit our website awakeninnerbuddha.com. We are also present on Instagram, so subscribe to us. We are also there on Facebook. Just search us or writing the words Awaken Inner Buddha Yoga, and we'll be very happy if you follow us and if you write us comments on a specific problem that might be affecting you or a loved one. So we'll start today. I will give you 6 pointers on how to cure. You heard me right. We'll be discussing on how to cure the problem of indigestion, and this specifically applies to all the people who have been kind of struggling with continuous gas in their stomach, continuous indigestion, not having a very strong digestion, or having constipation in their body on a regular basis. So point number 1 is the most important point, and this is a point that we need to follow to the T. Now, this point is all about chewing your food. You have to ask yourself, how many times am I chewing my food? Whether you're having soft food, whether you're having organic food, whether you're having hard food, or whether you're having very good food or you're having trashy food. What is very important is that 90% of your digestion should happen inside of your mouth. What that literally means is that we should be chewing every bite of a food at least 32 times. If you were to follow this instruction to the T, within 3 to 4 days, 70% problem of indigestion, 70% problem of any kind of stomach issues will get resolved automatically. So this is a very important point, that we have to chew our food and we have to chew it until we have digested it in our own mouths. The stomach should be doing digestion, but only to a point of 10 to 15%. 85% to 90% of the food should get digested in your mouth, and that can only happen if you're chewing your food at least 32 times every single bite of food. Point number 2 is a very important point, and it has been found that everybody who's suffering from problem of indigestion on a long-term basis or short-term basis, such people tend to be dehydrated. So what we have to do is we have to increase our consumption of water. We have to increase our drinking of water on a daily basis, and we have to match this drinking of water depending on what our weight is. So if there are 2 people, one person is 40 kilograms in weight, another person is 80 kilograms in weight, the requirement of water that both of them need to drink in order to cure themselves will be different. Now, we have presented this chart out here looking at this chart, you can definitely figure out where do you fit into this chart and how to go about increasing your daily consumption to this much water for yourself. Simply speaking, if you're 40 kilograms in weight, you'll be drinking at least 2 liters a day. If you're 50 kilograms in weight, you should be drinking at least 3 liters of water every day. If you're 60 kilograms, 4 liters. If you're 70 kilograms, 5 liters. If you're 80 or more than 80 kilograms, then you'll be drinking between 6 to 7 liters every single day. Now, while we are drinking so much of water, while we are increasing our consumption of water, there are 4 very simple and important rules to water which will ensure that we will be able to free ourselves from all digestive issues. Now, what are those simple rules? Rule number 1 is we will never be drinking cold water. So whenever you're consuming water, please consume water at room temperature or slightly lukewarm water. Whenever we are drinking cold water, such water does not get digested. The stomach has to work very hard to increase the temperature of this water, and this results in a lot of flow of blood and oxygen from the rest of the parts of the body, from the brain, from the heart, from the lungs, into the stomach, thereby weakening the digestive process. Point number 2, the 4 don'ts that we are talking about, the 4 principles of drinking water. The point number 2 is very simple. Whenever you're drinking water, please drink water while sitting down. Never drink water standing. Point number 3 is always drink water slowly. So please do not take a bottle and gulp the water down in case you're thirsty. Always try to take some water, flush it around your mouth so that the saliva can mix with the water, can go inside the stomach. This saliva, by the way, is also helping you in improving your digestive process. So it's very vital that if you are drinking water, you should be drinking water slowly, sip by sip, and rotate the water every single time. Squish the water in your mouth before swallowing it down. Point number 4, or the 4th don't of water, is please do not drink water while having food. Now, a lot of people ask this question, why should I not drink water while having food? It's something that I've been doing my entire lifetime. A very simple reason why you should not be drinking water with food is that when we are eating food, our stomach starts digesting the food by generating a fire, which in Sanskrit or Ayurvedic language is known as Jataragni, or the digestive fire. Every single time we drink water, we tend to just put this digestive fire off. We tend to extinguish this fire, and every single time we extinguish it, it tries to restart by absorbing more energy, more blood, more oxygen from different parts of the body, and thereby also releasing more acid in the body. What that literally means is that if you continue to drink water with food, then you will continue to have digestive issues. You'll not be able to get free of those digestive issues. So simple 4 rules of drinking water: do not drink cold water, always drink normal temperature water or hot water. Number 2, never drink water standing. Number 3, always drink water slowly, sip by sip, rotate the water in your mouth before drinking it down. Number 4, never drink water with food. 45 minutes before and 45 minutes after the meals, you can definitely have water. Now, point number 3 for becoming free from all digestive issues. Now, in this video, we could be telling you one simple cure for removing gas, or one simple homegrown remedy for fixing your acidity. But in my personal experience, we have seen, in my personal research, I have found that in case you were to use these home remedies for fixing your acidity, for fixing your gas, then on a long-term basis, you're just suppressing this problem inside of your body without understanding it. And whenever you will have issues in your body, they will kind of multiply as they will grow in your body, and this will always come back to you in a different or more dangerous form. So point number 3 is very simple. This process requires you to make sure that your last meal of the day happens between 5 to 6 p.m. I'm assuming that a normal person sleeps between 10 to 12. in the night. So if you're somebody who's sleeping between 10 to 12 in the night, then your last meal of the day should happen between 5 to 6 p.m. After 6 p.m. you should not eat any food. A lot of people tend to ask question that in case I work in a night shift or I sleep very late, how can I manage to have my last meal between 5 to 6 p.m. For all such people who are working in night shifts, who are not working in the day shift, my simple submission is that you must know at what time you're going to sleep. So in case I'm sleeping at 4 a.m., then in the last 5 hours, I will not be having any food. So if I'm sleeping at 4 a.m., my dinner will happen at 11 p.m. and after 11 p.m. until 4 a.m. when I go to bed, I can only have water and I'll not be having any food or any form of dinner. Okay, so just before sleeping, we have to keep our stomachs empty so that the digestion process has already happened before we sleep. Our next point is a very interesting point. If you are suffering from digestive issues, if you are somebody who's been having problems with gas, indigestion, constipation, or feeling of fullness in your stomach, then please, once a week, definitely keep fast. Once a week, whatever day you like, it could be a Monday, it could be a Sunday, it could be any day of the week. You can have milk on such a day, you can have water on such a day, you can have lots of fruits on such a day, but you will not be eating any cooked meals on this day or on this evening. You'll keep a 24-hour fast from the time you wake up to the time you sleep. You'll not be eating anything except for fruits, water or milk. Whenever we are suggesting milk for drinking, please take note that we are only referring to cow milk. We are not referring to any other form of milk, specifically buffalo milk, which is very commonly available in India. The next point is a very simple point. Given the lifestyle that we are living today, it is very relevant. Unlike our forefathers who used to work in the field, unlike our forefathers who used to do a lot of physical activities, in our personal research, we have found that the human body does not require 3 meals a day. So if you are somebody who's from this century, in this time, who works in an office, I would highly request you to change your food lifestyle, and what that simply means is start having only 2 meals a day. Your first meal should be your breakfast, and it should not be something like a coffee and a bagel or something like a coffee and something sweet. Instead, you should be having a lot of fruits followed by yogurt and honey and whatever else you love to have. If it is a coffee, if you want to have eggs, you want to have bread, even if you want to have food early in the morning, you should have it during the breakfast. Then you should completely skip out lunch. For people who feel hungry during the lunch, they can have water, they can have juices, they can have one seasonal fruit, but essentially we have to do away with lunch, and then our second or the last meal of the day should happen between 5 to 6 p.m., assuming that you'll be sleeping between 10 to 12 in the night. Now, in this second meal of the day, you can eat anything and everything you want, but the first rule still applies, that every bite that you're taking inside your mouth has to be chewed until 90% of digestion has happened inside of your mouth. So chew every bite 32 times. The last point, point number 6, is for all the people who feel that they cannot sleep on an empty stomach. For all such people, before sleeping, they can have a glass of cow milk or an apple, or both if they so need to have. Both cow milk as well as apple aids in digestion, makes the digestion better, and aids in excretion in the next morning. If you are able to follow these 6 points, then in a week's time, you'll be able to get rid of all problems of indigestion, gas, or acidity, or even constipation happening in your body. If you like this video, please comment on this video, please subscribe to our channel, and we are also available on Instagram. We're also available on our website, awakeninnerbuddha.com. Your host, your friend, my name is Vidhi Charya. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free of their suffering. Namaste, Namaskar.